Boy, alright. Well, I think we are going to. I think we're going to watch some Diablo 2 reaction content here. You know, I've been looking forward to Diablo 3 or not Diablo 3, fuck Diablo 3. I've been looking forward to Diablo 4 for quite some time. The D2R, I was probably like one of the first people to pre-purchase D2R. I played it for an hour and a half, got through the Den of Evil, and was like, okay, man, this is great, and I love the updated graphics, but fuck, like, how did I do this non-stop when I was like 14 years old? I mean, I got past the Den of Evil, and I'm like, fuck, I'm tired of clicking, which is shocking because I'm always looking for the next big action MMORPG. Well, not really MMORPG, more like action MMO. But you know what I'm saying. Games like Torchlight, games like Diablo 2, even Borderlands, like Borderlands 2. Crazy, right? And so, yeah. But now I'm sitting here thinking, okay, Diablo 4 is going to be on point, but Diablo Immortal seems like it's going to be a cross between like a combination of Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, but for mobile. But with that being said, I just want to relive a little bit of nostalgicness. That's even a word. Fuck no, probably not. It's not a word. We're gonna watch this video, top 10 Diablo 2 memories of the past, just to see how much of this really resonates. So let's just see.
What's up, guys? Today I present to you the top 10 Diablo 2 memories of the past that will relive your hacking and slashing legacy.
Stay a while.
Yo, do you remember right?
That will relive your hacking and
You remember right here when you would go up to Baal and his health would get down to like right, I mean literally to the point where you can't even see it. When his health got below like halfway between the B and here, most people just like stopped attacking and were just holding down the alt button because they knew as soon as the loot dropped, it was over. And so, like, you know how many times I was doing bell runs, and when his health got to like right here, like nobody was even attacking because people were just holding down the alt button. It was annoying when you saw like a Shaco drop, but like at the same time, like that's what made Diablo 2 like, oh man, like, and then you would just like, oh man, I don't know, you see all these legendaries drop and you didn't get shit, or you got a rare pickaxe. Ooh, you know.
slashing legacy.
Stay a while and listen.
Number 1. The Stone of Jordan
Oh,
as
yeah.
in-game currency.
I never
These
got
good
one.
old days before patch 1.10,
I farmed
there were
one.
no overpowered rune words in the game, such as Enigma or Grief.
I will say Enigma, if I took the time to go back and play now, like over like any item in the game, if I could just get one to like start off with to like farm, Enigma was probably the best. Especially because at the time I had like a 95 Summoner Necro. Do you know how amazing it was to have all your revives and your skeletal mages and have your yeah, your what do you call it? What's that fucking rock? The clay golem. Having your golem, your revives, your skeletons, and your mages out, and then you can just teleport all over the place. Like you just teleport over and boom, your skeleton army just like fuck shit up. Enigma was the shit if you were a non-sorceress class. That shit was epic.
No overpowered rune words in the game, such as Enigma or Grief. although certain items were extremely valuable. At the time, the Windforce bow was worth 40 stones of Jordan. In patch 1.10,
I wonder though, how many people actually used a mercenary that was not from Act 2? I'm just curious because I feel like the Diablo 2 mercenaries from Act 2 that gave the paladin buffs, I feel like those were a lot more utilized than like the mercs from the other acts. I don't know. I just remember like that was the meta back then. You had to have a you had to at least in the beginning when you like got through Nightmare and when you finished Nightmare and went through Hell, like you had to get what was the rune word Insight? I think you would get Insight and you would try to put that. I don't know. No, I think you put that on yourself. Either way, but I remember the ores on the Act 2 Mercs. That was like the meta back then. I don't think I ever remember playing with any other than the ones from Act 2.
Blizzard added a world event, which would spawn a Diablo clone to the realms, when enough Stones of Jordan were sold to the merchants, convincing people to sell their Soges so they could slay the Diablo clone and get the Andahalus charm. 2. Frozen Orb. If you played Diablo 2 years ago, all you saw was this huge snowball flying around. Unfortunately, the spell was highly nerfed by Blizzard and resulted in Cold Source going with Blizzard instead.
Wait,
3. The Chat Gem. There are dozens of rumors about the Chat Gem, such as improving your
I totally forgot about the Chat Gem. How many times do you remember when you would be like on your 9th Baal run and it's like Baal run 009 and then once you kill Baal it says they say NG, which was new game, and then you hurry up and you save and exit, you go to the creation screen or the join screen and you type in Baal run 010 for the next game, like it was 9, now it's 10, and then you would hit join and it would say game does not exist. And then you're like, fuck, it's gonna be full now when I try it. And you go back, Baal run 010, join game. Does not exist. And you're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Baal run 010, enter. And it's like, alright, well that group just gave up. Sucks. And then you're like, fuck it. And then you start clicking that purple gem. You just literally start clicking it. I never understood what the fuck that gem was for. And like he's saying, I remember all the rumors, but it never did anything. Like it never did anything. And like I remember, like we didn't back when Diablo 2 was out. Like YouTube wasn't really like a huge thing back then. So like I just remember trying to like search on like whatever website I did that we had back then. I think it was like the actual Blizzard Diablo 2 Ariat website. I don't know, but like I couldn't find anything. So it's like I don't know why it was there.
odds of finding gems. On very rare occasions, if you click the gem, the text appears in the chat.
I never knew.
At other times, it will say perfect gem activated. To this day, Blizzard has yet to confirm its actual purpose. Blizzard has said when you click on the gem, it works perfectly fine. And that is what we have always said. Sometimes a gem is just a gem. They're saying it doesn't do anything, but if you are of the conspiracy mindset, you could just assume Blizzard is saying that to try and throw us off. 4. Blood runs. The good old experience runs in the Bloody Foothills outside Haragoth were an awesome experience game before the
I never
elite
really fucked with
endgame.
these.
NPC barbarians at your side in battle against an army of Diablo's minions was quite the entertainment. 5.
I definitely
Nova.
do these.
At the time, Nova was one of the most lethal sorcerer spells in the game.
Do you remember how pissed off? Do you remember how pissed off you would be when you would join a cow game, and as soon as you enter the portal, everyone says, "Let's not kill the king. Let's not kill the king. Let's not kill the king." And then 3 minutes later, you're getting crazy experience. Like, yeah, this is awesome. You're picking up runes, picking up weapons and shit. And then you see the cow king, and there's always that one dude that's just pop, 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 pop. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? And you gotta hurry up and exit the game. And then sometimes if you were unlucky, they would kill the king, and then you'd be fucked because you wouldn't be able to do it no more on that character. It's so stupid, man. I hated that shit. I wish that you could kill the Cow King, and then you could just keep doing it. But man, I hated that shit.
Enter the secret cow level, and you'd be slaying cows all day at your feet. Like Frozen Orb, Nova was nerfed, and Lightning Sword switched to Chain Lightning.
Yeah, I see that.
6. Corpse Popping, also known as an item fountain. The basic game feature is that you can only have one corpse at a time. If you die again before you have completely looted your first corpse, you will drop everything you have equipped at that time.
Oh.
The character that did this was known as an item fountain. This no longer works since Blizzard added the ability to have multiple corpses. 7. Whirlwind Barbarians. Whirlwind Barbarians were right up there in popularity with Frozen Orbs.
Yeah, I remember
watching your barbarian swirling its weapons around at lightning speed through monsters was unforgettable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like Frozen Orb and Nova, it was nerfed by Blizzard. 8. The Swirling Crystal Oculus. Every sorceress wanted this item. It had everything you could ask for on it, except for the constant chance.
You used to get, man, you know how many people used to try to scam you? Like they would find, what was the common version of that same weapon? Was like some kind of stone, like Jared Stone or something like that. And like if you put it in the trade window, it looked just like it. And then you would go to trade somebody, and they would show you the Oculus, and you would scroll over it, and then when you go to put your item in the, like, whatever you were giving for it, like an armor or whatever, you go put it in the trade box. When you went to go do that, in the process, they switched out the Oculus for the white Jared Stone, and you're like all hype and shit, like, oh fuck yeah, and they click the green check mark, and you click the green check mark. They leave the game without even saying thank you, and you're like, okay, and you go into your inventory, and you're like, the fuck is this? Yeah. That's some bullshit that may or may not have happened to me.
Of getting teleported when you got struck that can land you dead in a herd of cows. 9. Scammers. Thanks to many tricks and crafty gimmicks being used and abused on the realms, scammers were everywhere back in the day. Most of the scams involved trading or scammer.
What did he do?
9.
What did he give him?
Scammers. Thanks to many tricks and crafty gimmicks being used and abused on the realms, scammers were everywhere back in the...
Wait, I don't understand what he did.
Scammer.
So... Oh, this guy was... Wait, he put Mephisto's Soulstone in there? You could do that? I didn't think it let you put the soul...
Thanks to many tricks and crafty gimmicks being used and abused on the realms, scammers were everywhere back in the day. Most of the scams involved trading or tricking you into dying, and then the scammer getting you to fill your inventory, so when they killed you, you dropped everything you have equipped. And they, of course, steal the good stuff. Trading scams, for example, showing Telrasha's armor in the trade window, then switching it out for the Rattle Cage armor, were very common. This method was used with many other items as well. And finally, 10. The Secret Cow level. Alright, we all remember the epic cow level. Gaining experience and magic finding with your friends for countless hours in this moo farm was priceless. Except for the fact that if a noob in your party killed the Cow King, your character could never create the level again.
I can't use this yet.
That sucks.
The massive amount of items dropped from the cows was more than your screen could even handle. The cow level was the most popular place to level due to the huge number of cows, until the experience and the item drops in the level were nerfed by Blizzard and patched 1.10.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's my top 10 list of Diablo 2 memories. Let me know what your favorite Diablo 2 memories are in the comment section below. If you guys want more Diablo 2 videos, subscribe.
I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Man, could you imagine if they never nerfed the experience from that? Oh my god, dude. Oh man, that would be so awesome. I guess that makes sense though, because I guess that's why people transition more to the, you would do what, so like you would do Trist runs from like 1 to 15, and then you would do tomb runs, I think from like what, from 15 to like 22 or 20, and then what you would do then you would do cows until like 28 or 29, 25, something like that. And then you would go to Act 5 and you would do the quest that you gotta kill all 3 of the dudes. And then you get the extra level. And then you would do Baal. So like, man, if you could just bypass all that and just level with cows and then say, fuck all that, man, that would have been so sweet. Damn, okay, well, hey. Good times in Diablo 2, man. Good times in Diablo 2.